Toddy, what's the news?
Honor's just thrown down the gauntlet against Samsung. As of today, the company just announced its latest book-style folding phone in the Magic V5, and it's set to take on the likes of the Z Fold 7, which are expected to come in the next week or so. The V5's biggest claim to fame is that it is now the thinnest book-style foldable, taking the crown from the Oppo Find N5 from earlier in the year, although it is only by 0.1mm and it is only on one color, and it is only if you exclude the camera bump altogether, which actually makes it thicker than the N5, so don't feel too upset if you have one of these instead. Caveats aside, it's still an undeniably impressive piece of engineering with a nice rounded edge that feels great in the hand, and they've even toughened the hinge too. Like its predecessor, there's a trio of cameras on the back with a 50 megapixel main as before, but this time it's joined by a higher resolution 50 megapixel ultra wide and an improved 64 megapixel optical telephoto snapper as well, while both the inner and outer screen feature a 20 megapixel selfie snapper. Speaking of screens, both panels are LTPO8T OLEDs with a 120Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 5000 nits. And Honor claims that new main panel is now 10 times more drop resistant, 15 times more scratch resistant, and 3 times more wear resistant. At its heart, it runs on the top tier Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset that you'd expect to find on any other Android flagship phone in 2025. But when I quizzed Honor, they did also confirm that it is the 8-core model and not the 7-core version found in the Find N5. That comes backed by up to 16GB of RAM, and in China 1TB, whilst elsewhere in the world it's expected to top out at 512GB. The V5 also uses Honor's latest silicon carbon battery tech, and like the Magic 7 Pro, you get a slightly larger battery in China, but internationally it'll come with a 5820 mAh cell, backed up by 66-watt wired charging and 50-watt wireless charging as well. But perhaps the most meaningful upgrade, as this is a foldable, is the addition of dust resistance that Samsung still lags behind on, with the Magic V5 boasting both IP58 and IP59 certification against dust and water ingress. And that's your whistle-stop tour of the Honor Magic V5, which went on pre-order today, July 2nd in China, but won't arrive internationally until later into August. But what do you think? Does the new thin design of the Magic V5 have what it takes to tackle Samsung in your eyes? Or do you think it's more about what the software experience will offer when the V5 does launch internationally later this year? Let me know.